So in this video, I'm going to use the same basic quiz that I created in the first video and add some of the newer features that Google Forms has to offer. The first of which is shuffling the question order, which if you'd like to have multiple versions of quizzes, this is definitely an option you might want to consider. However, it's going to shuffle all of the questions on the same page, which also means that your information page will end up getting shuffled around. If that doesn't bother you, then by all means I would say go ahead and try that. In addition to that, though, you can also shuffle the answer choices on the individual questions. And so an example of that would be if I click on the question and go to edit it, which I can do by either clicking on it or by clicking on the pencil, and I go to advanced settings, then there is an option there to shuffle the option order. So that at least will scramble the answer choices among the different people taking the quiz. Okay, another thing you can do is add a page break, which I actually already did here. I separated the information page from the questions page, and I did that by clicking on Insert, Page Break, and adding a title. Okay, the thing I wanted to show with this is that you can move each of these individual pieces around by hovering over it and getting that four-way arrow. That allows you to move things around. However, if you have a tendency to move questions a lot, it might make your spreadsheet a little bit confusing. So I kind of would suggest having your questions in order pretty much ready to go before you go and make your quiz. So one thing that you can add that's kind of a newer feature is you can add images now. This is especially good for science and math teachers because we can't do subscripts and superscripts or equation editing in Google Forms, but you could include those types of questions if you have a picture version of what you're trying to ask. So the way I would do that is click on Insert, Image, and you can either upload pictures you already have, a picture that you just took, or a picture by URL, which is what I tend to prefer. So I went and found an image about collaboration on just Google Images, and I can copy the image URL and then insert that here. It'll pop up in just a second, hopefully. And when I click select, it will be inserted into my quiz. And I can also give that a title if I'd like. Okay, click done, and it's in your quiz. Since it's going along with the collaboration question, then I'm just going to leave it where it is. You also can now insert videos, YouTube videos, by clicking on the same Insert tab and choosing Video this time. So you can do that two different ways. You can actually search YouTube directly in the box, or if you have a video in mind, you can go find it, copy and paste the URL into the URL option. So that's going to insert a video into the quiz that the students can watch at that time. And same thing, you click done, and now it's there. I actually would like that to be by my why we use Rubik's question. So this is another example of moving something. You can simply slide it down to be above the question that I want. So if you have an image that is functioning as your question, you can have your answer choices right below it. Okay. The last thing that I wanted to show you is the new themes, which used to be known as templates. The way you would change the appearance of your form overall is by clicking on Change Theme, and all of the theme templates will be available over here. Google has added a lot of new ones in the recent months, so there's a lot more to pick from rather than just the kind of basic color schemes that they had before. I'm going to pick Fireworks. You can actually even go in and customize font colors and fonts and things like that if you really want to. Okay. So now I have a quiz that's multiple choice. It will be self-grading very shortly. I'm asking for student info, and I have it with a new fancy theme as well as a video and an image. So that's going to be it for the advanced options. The next video is going to be about installing that Flubaroo add-on, taking the quiz, and grading it is going to be in the final video.